Today's lesson is two-step functions with shapes. Here is our input-output table. The question we're going to think about is, what's the rule to calculate the number of shapes? The input's on the left, and if you notice, our output looks a little different this time. Our output is shapes. So if our input is 1, our output is the number of shapes. So if I count the triangle and the 2 rectangles, the output is the number 3. If our input is 2, our output is 4 rectangles and 1 triangle. Output is 5. Next one, input 3, our output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And our last input is number 4, with the output being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now it's time to think, what's the rule to calculate the number of shapes? If our input is 1, output is 3, think to yourself, what could that rule be? Remember, the rule needs to work for every input number. The rules we are looking at today are two-step rules. Think about what you need to do to the input to get to the output, and it needs to have 2 steps. The rule is times 2 plus 1. Were you able to figure it out? Let's check it out and make sure it works. 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Now, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Looks like our rule works. Here's another input-output table. What's the rule to calculate the number of squares? Let's fill out our table first. The input is 1. Our output is 4. Let's look at the next one. Our output is 7. Our output is, well, I know this is 3, 6, 9, 10. And then our last one is 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. Now that we have our input-output table filled out, we can start thinking about what the rule is to calculate the output or the number of squares. Remember, this is a 2-step rule. So you're either adding, subtracting, multiplying, or maybe even dividing. Think about what you need to do to each one of the inputs to get to the output. The rule has to be the same and it has to work for all input numbers. Pause the video, try to work it out in your notebook, and then come back and check and see if you got it right. The rule is times 3 plus 1. Did you get it right? Now it's your turn to get creative and create an input-output table and create a rule that goes along with your table. Create this in your notebook and then take a picture and share it with your class in the assignment. Then see if you can figure out your classmates' rules.